Look at the weather.
It's beautiful here.
Non-stop rain.
Oh, man, it is a blazer out there.
It's cold and it's shivery.
It is cold.
Really coming down here.
I really enjoy your weather reports.
From the All Indiana Podcast Network, we're talking weather in a whole new way. From historical events to what's coming up, plus weather news, science, safety, fun facts, and more.
I like where this is going.
This is Weather Weekly. Weather Weekly with Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Marcus Bailey.
Episode 192 of Weather Weekly, going to be with you here, meteorologist Marcus Bailey from Wish TV in Indianapolis, Indiana, as we roll along here through the heart of the month of September. Hopefully you're enjoying. Boy, it was pretty nice here to end the week, and especially this past weekend, we had a little taste of fall, especially in the mornings. Man, it was a little on the crisp side, had some 50s and 40s even, both Saturday and Sunday mornings. So hopefully if you are a fall lover, you enjoyed that, because we are back to summer in a big way, it looks like, as we go through this week. We are a long way off from being done from the summer heat, at least consistently, as we really dial up the heat and humidity. And it looks like maybe the dry conditions continue to prevail as well, kind of settling into a hot and dry spell here, and drought conditions prevailing over the next several days, maybe weeks. We'll talk about that in the week ahead for September 9th, 2024. That's coming up next on Weather Week. It is the week ahead for September 9th, 2024. Let's start with the 9th on Monday. Not a bad day. We are going to gradually kind of warm things up. So gone are the kind of fall-like temperatures, the more typical what you'd see late September, early, maybe even mid-October, what we experienced over the weekend. We're back to near normal levels, which this time of year should be in the lower 80s. For the first couple of weeks of September. Lots of sunshine for your Monday here. Numbers will be into the lower 80s. I've got a high of 81 for Monday afternoon. Quiet conditions, mainly clear and comfortable overnight. The humidity still isn't all that bad. We'll dip down to a low of 54. So some outlying areas probably slipping into the lower 50s, maybe even some upper 40s. Not as chilly as, say, Sunday morning specifically, but definitely cool enough to get things going for your Tuesday morning commute. Tuesday, no problems. Sunny, warmer. Still not too humid, all right? It's going to be toasty, but not oppressive humidity here. High of around 85 and an overnight low of around 57. Wednesday is going to be a hotter day. Again, I think the humidity is elevated, but not sky high. Wednesday, sunny, a high of 89, and will be mainly clear with lows around 60 Wednesday night. Now, I think once we get kind of late week is when we'll really kind of dial up the muggy meter. Again, I don't think it's anywhere close to where we were a couple of weeks ago, right? When we really had that big heat dome, we had dew points into the 70s. I don't think it's going to be that bad. This will probably be very similar to what we had earlier last week when we had numbers flirting with 90 degrees. I mean, look, it was hot, but it wasn't like, it wasn't unbearable if you had to spend at least some time outside. So Thursday, mostly sunny. I've got a high near 90. Overnight low around 64. There might be a little scattered shower or thunderstorm Thursday night. Doesn't look too impressive on the projections that we're looking at right now. Same thing for Friday. About a 20, maybe 30% chance for a thunderstorm. It also is going to be a little bit cooler. This is a very weak boundary that's going to squeeze through here on Friday. We'll go with a high of 83 and a low of 64. And again, chances of storms could be around for Friday night. Again, 20 to 30%. If you got Friday night football interests or any outdoor plans for that matter, I wouldn't worry about it just yet. Keep an eye on radar as we get a little bit closer, but it definitely doesn't look like a kind of washout event. And then Saturday, just about a 10 to 20% chance for a thunderstorm and a high of around 81. So not real significant rain chances here. It will be a little bit more humid, and that's going to help kind of drive some of these little pop-up showers and thunderstorms with the little boundary coming through. But overall, it does not appear that it's going to be, gangbuster rain, which is unfortunate. We do need some rain. 7-day precip estimates, 1/10 of an inch if we're lucky over the next 7 days. Much higher rainfall numbers south of the Ohio River. You get into Kentucky, you're talking 1 to 2. You get into Tennessee, you're talking 2 to 3. You get down to the Gulf Coast states, you're talking 2 to 4 inches of rain, maybe around the Mississippi Delta. So Some pretty hefty rainfall numbers there. Not so much up here, unfortunately. And because of that, the drought conditions continue. And the new update does have much of the state considered to be abnormally dry. The expectation would be, if this forecast would hold, that we're probably going to see a lot more of the state being considered under a moderate drought. That update will come out on Thursday of this upcoming week. Okay, so be ready for that. If you have some interests that involve needing watering, you're going to have to kind of work overtime, I think, probably over at least the next week. We'll look ahead to see if we can find any improvement over the next couple of weeks in the extended forecast. That's coming up next here on Weather Week. All right, numbers for the month. I know we're not too far in, but just kind of put a gauge where we're at. 0.05 inches of rainfall total for the month of September. We should be closer to 3/4. So we're down 0.66. Last year at this time, we only had about a tenth. We were running pretty dry in September for that particular year. For the year, 32.81. We're still plus 1.20 inches of precipitation for the month of September. 8 to 14 day outlook. We mentioned that we are going to be warming things up here for this upcoming week. 2 weeks, the 8 to 14 days. So this would put us from the dates of the 15th through the 21st, a strong signal of above average temperatures continuing for the middle of the month, which would put us, normal high, middle of September, kind of around 80, upper 70s. So again, doesn't necessarily mean you're talking 90s still. It could. But it just, means just we're going to be above average. That could mean only a couple of degrees, but warmer than average temperatures. Pretty strong signal for the middle of the month. And a decent signal of below average precipitation continuing basically for the Midwest, the East Coast, and New England states in that same time frame as well. So it does not look like we're going to be breaking this building drought anytime soon. So do be aware of that, all right? If you have interests that rely on getting some water here, it does not look like a good scenario that is setting up here over the next couple of weeks. All right. Thank you so much for checking out this week's podcast. Always appreciate your feedback. You can email me anytime, marcus.bailey@wishtv.com. You can also reach me on social media at Marcus Bailey Weather on Facebook. That's what you search for there. And on X and Instagram, it's @Marcus Bailey. While you're kind of perusing around looking for the forecast, you can get it for free 24 hours a day at our website, wishtv.com/weather, and of course our free Storm Track 8 weather app. And you can get my forecast on the TV side Monday through Friday at 4 a.m. on Wish TV's Daybreak locally here in central Indiana. That is Indianapolis's CW affiliate. Hope to see you there. While you're here, make sure to check out all the other great podcasts, all part of the All Indiana Podcast Network. Have a wonderful week. We'll talk to you soon, and God bless.
Discover more from Storm Track 8 Weather and Wish TV. Online at wishtv.com and when you follow Wish TV on Facebook. Plus, be sure to check out more great podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.